You are on the ground. You've been speaking to the rescue officials. The deep divers are still deployed.
Well, that is right, Pranesh. My video journalist Mahesh Katkam will be showing the rescue operation scene out here. In fact, rescue operations from different varied teams, be it the NDRF, that is the team in yellow, the ones in blue, the ones in black are the deep divers, basically the ones who go inside the water by wearing the oxygen cylinder mask, and they've been searching for the missing people. There is also the Indian Army personnel that you can see. My video journalist is showing you. There is also the Indian Navy that is operating on this river to ensure that anybody who has been left behind will be saved, or at least the mortal remains will be recovered and handed over to the family members. Now, this bridge is basically adjacent to this huge fort or a palace of the erstwhile Maharaja of this place, and you can see this is a tourist destination. And at that time when this unfortunate and a heart-wrenching incident took place, why proper checks and balances were not being done? That is the big question that comes to the fore. Times Now has been relentlessly questioning the authorities. One more thing, appalling thing that has been noticed today, Pranesh, is since morning the authorities in this town are working on war footing. They have been having series of meetings, probably scared that what kind of an answer they are going to give to the Honorable Prime Minister, and also trying to ensure that everything is near perfect in this town of Gujarat. But if they would have acted on time, this unfortunate incident, this heart-wrenching incident wherein 135 innocent lives have been lost, and what is more important is around 1/3 of these 135 lives are of young children, are of beautiful kids who had a future, who basically were the future of this country, but India lost them because one particular person who had got the contract to make this, to maintain this bridge and to gain profits from this bridge, he basically chose the latter one. He chose profits, and that is why he reopened the bridge within 5 months. However, when the agreement clearly had mentioned that the bridge had to be maintained for the first 8 to 12 months. Yes, there are major loopholes, and PM Modi will be looking into it when he goes to the office of the Superintendent SP's office post the visit at this accident site, and after this he will be going to the hospital as well, from where Priyank has been reporting.
Right, he will also be meeting the injured. He will try and understand what the situation was at 6:30 when this bridge collapsed. Let's also play out the reaction of the Oreva owner. Now, what's interesting in this case and actually appalling is that the owner of the firm that had the contract of maintaining the bridge is not even booked. The police FIR does not talk about him. Here he is, caught on camera, boasting about the safety of the bridge. When he was asked on the day it was inaugurated, he says the bridge does not need any repair for the next 8 to 10 years. Here is what he said.
સમય શું રહેશે આજે ઝૂલતા પુલ આવવા માટે, અને આ ઉપરાંત જે અત્યારે જે રિનોવેશન કર્યું છે એ કેટલા વર્ષ સુધી ટકી શકે એમ છે?
આ જે રિનોવેશન કરેલું છે એ અમારી દ્રષ્ટિએ જે રીતે અમે ટેકનિકલ સ્પેસિફિકેશન અને જે બધું છે એના મુજબ 8 થી 10 વર્ષ સુધી આ બ્રિજને કંઈ નહીં થઈ શકે.
સમય શું રહેશે આજે ઝૂલતા પુલ આવવા માટે, અને આ ઉપરાંત જે અત્યારે જે રિનોવેશન કર્યું છે એ કેટલા વર્ષ સુધી ટકી શકે એમ છે?
આ જે રિનોવેશન કરેલું છે એ અમારી દ્રષ્ટિએ જે રીતે અમે ટેકનિકલ સ્પેસિફિકેશન અને જે બધું છે એના મુજબ 8 થી 10 વર્ષ સુધી આ બ્રિજને કંઈ નહીં થઈ શકે.
The renovation that we've done will ensure that for the next 8 to 10 years this bridge will not need any repair work. The administration balked this claim and allowed the firm to sell tickets. This was entirely avoidable, Priyank.
They were tall claims, Pranay. Certainly, the man who was speaking on the TV screen, although this is a dated video, which happened, few days before the accident, was certainly lying. Because look at the work which he has done. Look at the kind of, shameful act which this person has done, which led to 135 loss of life, and that kind of trauma which the families will never forget in their life, because they have the visuals, the mobile clipping of people, their own family members dying right in front of them. Even if they will attempt to forget these things. These kind of memories and the visuals will certainly be there on any social media platform, which are quite available for everyone. So that is the kind of trauma which these people have had. Now the point is that whether the Prime Minister will take strict action, or he will try to tell it to the administration that now enough is enough. There has to be strict action against those owners of this particular company. There has to be strict action against all those government officials, although the SIT formation has been done. But whether the SIT will start questioning these individuals or not, because I could clearly see this person who was the head of the municipal committee here was roving freely. He was not a part of the inquiry committee team. Ideally, that man should have been made to sit on the table and forced to, give response to every question that the SIT need to ask. But what is happening on the ground? That SIT is busy in this preparation where they are expecting that the Prime Minister will intervene on this issue. While talking about all development which are expected to follow and what has happened in the past, let me tell you where we are standing. We are right outside this particular hospital, which is known as GMERS General Hospital, which is the main hospital which was the center of the rescue, where all these people were brought here. This area is certainly silent as of now, Pranesh, although this has to be a busy area because of the sanitization process which has been done by SPG. We are unable to talk to any residents here.
Because of security reasons, Priyank is standing a little away from where the hospital is, but that's the second place where the Prime Minister will visit. Let me quickly bring in Arunil. Arunil, in about 5-10 minutes from now, the Prime Minister will be there, where you are reporting from.
Well, yes, Pranesh, yes, the mood in Morbi is of mourning. It is of a somber mood because of the heart-wrenching accident that has taken place over here. PM Modi will be expected to come over here within 10 to 15 minutes now. This is the palace of the erstwhile Maharaja, from where PM Modi will be reaching this location. He will be expected to inspect the rescue operations that are underway in this river. As I was pointing out earlier as well, several teams from different departments, be it the NDRF, be it the deep divers, be it the Indian Navy, Indian Army personnel, everybody has been working on war footing to ensure that no life is left behind. If anybody is no more as well, but the mortal remains at least should be recovered and be handed to the family members. PM Modi will be expected to come over here. A very watertight security arrangement being made by the Gujarat police as well as his own security personnel. We saw some time back the Indian Air Force choppers. Two of those choppers were hovering around over this Machu River. PM Modi will be expected to come here. From here, he will be going to the civil hospital from where Priyank has been reporting. He will be expected to meet and speak to the patients who are recovering there, and post that he will be going to the SP office nearby to speak to the officials as well. What exactly went wrong? We have been speaking about it. In fact, Jaisukh Patel, the owner of Ajanta Overa, he basically mentioned, he publicly announced during the inauguration of this bridge, saying that for the next 8 to 10 years, this bridge is not going to require any kind of maintenance. And within 5 days, we saw the kind of unfortunate, the kind of extremely heart-wrenching incident that unfolded in Morbi. And clearly it is the fault of this private company and also the local municipality. The local police also needs to be blamed over here, because what is the reason when this bridge, an ancient bridge built in the late 1800s era during the British regime, this bridge could hold only 100 odd people. How come more than 600 people were allowed over here? Yes, this is is a tourist destination, but you cannot risk lives for the sake of money. They were making money from the sale of tickets, and that is why they decided to inaugurate and reopen the bridge during the Gujarati New Year. Some kind of advertisements were also being put up in newspapers via social media as well, so that people gather here in large numbers. But that was a completely horrendous call from